In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 proven wholesale outreach campaigns that will get your brand stocked at retailers of your choice. If you're a direct-to-consumer brand that wants to expand your wholesale distribution, that wants your products to be in brick-and-mortar stores all over the country, this exact system helps our partners get into small to mid-sized retailers, boutiques, independent specialty stores, and several different types of brick-and-mortar locations, consistently get repeat orders with high average order values, and build retail and wholesale as an extremely profitable channel. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Before we start, this is proof. This is just the last 4 weeks. Our partners, they get hundreds. In these last 4 weeks, it's actually close to 140 sample orders and introductions to retailers who want to get samples, who want to stock your products. Now, the channel we use to do all of this is obviously cold email, and the 7 campaigns that I'm going to talk to you about. These are the 7 different types of personalized cold email campaigns that we test for every brand that we're working with. The first one is the Lookalike campaign. The idea behind this campaign is modeling your best customers, your existing retailers, and try to find more retailers, more stores just like those, reaching out to them and then getting you in those stores. I'm not going to read through the slide to keep this brief, but that's the essence of it. So step 1 is identifying your best stores. Obviously, a prerequisite for you to be able to run this kind of campaign is that your products should be stocked at some retailers that you already like and that you want more of. If you want more of those kinds of retailers, this is the perfect campaign for you to start with. So you identify your best stores, you build a list of lookalikes. We have an AI database, an AI data crawler system that will take the list of retailers that you're already stocked at. It will compare all of the lists, all of the different companies in our database with your list. It will find the ones that are the most similar to the retailers that you're already working with. Then we go ahead and crawl the internet for their contact information. And finally, we reach out to them with thematic messaging. So that's campaign type 1. Next, the second campaign type is the hero product-led growth campaign. In this case, all you're doing is mapping out all of your products and your product lines, and you're pitching your one product to one specific customer avatar. So you'll create several micro campaigns as a part of this strategy, and each campaign will pitch one product to the store that is the best fit for that product. I'll take an example. If you're selling leather goods, say you have belts and you have shoes, you'll create one campaign targeting all the stores within the country or within your entire target geography that are a good fit for belts, and then you'll create another campaign targeting stores that are a good fit for leather boots. And there might be some overlap between these two target audiences, but the whole point of this strategy is to be able to use different products to cover as much of your total addressable market as possible, while also experimenting and finding out which product makes the most sense. So this email is an example of a campaign we were running for a fashion brand that and this particular campaign is focused around their line of belts. The third campaign type is where instead of leading with your product, you leverage your brand. So if you've spent, if you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in marketing to get more presence in social media marketing and ads, with this strategy, you're leveraging that expertise to attract retailers to you. Because you already have a brand, because people already recognize your products, retailers are incentivized to have your products on their shelves because people come to their stores expecting to find them, right? So this is an example of an email we were sending leveraging brand-led growth. This brand we were working with, they had massive social media following, which is why that's what we talk about. They were also stocked at Wegmans and Dashmart, so existing partnerships. So we leveraged that. We leveraged their social media reach and other aspects of their brand differentiation, which you see here, their packaging, ingredients, etc. And the fact that they make for good impulse buys. So again, super personalized. Again, this will always be your unique angle. Like, what is it that differentiates you as a brand? You lean into it, your strengths, and use that as an angle. Campaign type 4, this is segmented outreach campaigns where instead of focusing on yourself, that is your brand or your products like we were doing previously, this time you focus on the customer. So this time you're segmenting campaigns by the size of the store or the decision makers who are involved in determining whether or not your product is going to be stocked at that store. Previously, we were talking about your product, your brand. In this case, we're talking about your customer avatar, your target customer. So now we're segmenting campaigns, we're building campaigns around your customers, building lists based off of the size of the store or the chain, or the titles of the decision makers who we're reaching out to. So in this case, your messaging will be tailored towards what is it that the decision maker really wants. What do their personal goals or their responsibilities within the business look like? You can also create different types of campaigns, for independent boutiques versus multi-location stores. So all of that is part of strategy number 4. Again, another example, in this case, we were reaching out to brand managers at various companies because this particular brand, they had success working with brand managers at several large companies in the past. So that's what we're doing. And, this is how the strategy works. The next campaign type, and I'm sure you're already doing this for your direct to customer, for your regular customers, which is seasonal promotion campaigns, right? So depending on your brand, you might be running promotions for Easter, Halloween, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and all of these different events throughout the year. Now, most brands, they know they have Klaviyo flows set up. They know they need to send a few emails to their list to get them to buy around these occasions. But when it comes to the wholesale side of things, this often gets neglected. And let me tell you this, based on our experience working with all of the brands that we've helped, reaching out to retailers, reaching out to trying to focus on the wholesale side is going to be so much more profitable for you, and it's going to be easier for you to acquire customers during these festive times, as long as you reach out to them ahead of time, as long as you give them enough time to make a decision. And that's because not many people are doing it, and the ones that are doing it, they're doing it poorly. So very often neglected. Please run promotional campaigns based on the season and based on festivities. Campaign type 6, we run this if you have salespeople. Again, this might not be applicable to all the brands, but if you have salespeople or enterprise salespeople who attend events, who attend trade shows, this is a must-have. So again, this will not be a campaign you're running year-round, but if you're going to a trade show in a month from now or in 2 months from now, what you want to do is strategically reach out to all of the people that you expect to be showing up to the trade show and just make an introduction. Tell them that we are also showing up. So to all of the retailers that are showing up to the trade show, make an introduction, offer to go to their booth with coffee, with cookies, with whatever, right? And offer to give them samples and maybe even try to set up appointments either during the event or after the event. So that's the strategy with trade shows. Again, this will always be custom. This will always be personalized around the theme of the trade show, the kind of people attending the show, what kinds of retailers you want, etc. But just wanted to put this idea out there that if your team is going to trade shows, they should absolutely be running campaigns before and after the trade show to make the most out of all of that effort of traveling hundreds of thousands of miles. Finally, the referral lift campaigns. Another one that most brands almost it's so simple, but they never run these kinds of campaigns. Reach out to your existing retailers, reach out to the wholesalers who are already stocking your products and ask them for a referral. Strategy is super simple. Incentivize them, highlight opportunity, make it easy for them to make a referral for you. Tell them these are the brands in your area, these are other retailers in your area that we would love to be stocked at, or I know you're connected to X, Y, and Z retailers. We would love to just get an introduction. And once you do get the introduction, follow up, be consistent, and sell. It doesn't get easier than that. So I try to keep this super short, super value packed. Feel free to pause. Feel free to go back and read if you wanted to. If you want to go through the text as well. Now, like I said, these are the 7 types of campaigns that we run for all of the D2C brands that we work with. If you want us to set these campaigns up for you, go to the website hyperkey.com/chat, book an appointment with myself or the team, and we'll show you exactly how we put together the data for these campaigns, how we structure these strategies, how we test one versus the other, and how we make sure we're doing all of this seamlessly without your team having to spend hours dealing with all of the different moving parts. So if you want to get into more retail stores, and you want us to send you 10 to 30 sample requests and retailer introductions every week, go to this link, book a call, and I'll see you there.